ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸೀಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 13. ಈ ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಬಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ is a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ is defined only for a square matrix. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ a square matrix is said to be symmetric matrix if A dash is equal to A, and a square matrix is said to be skew symmetric matrix if A dash is equal to minus A. ಈಗ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ಎನಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ can be expressed as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix, that is, any square matrix A can be written as half into A plus A dash plus half into A minus A dash. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಫೈಂಡ್ half of A plus A dash and half of A minus A dash when the matrix A equals 0 A B minus A 0 C minus B C minus C 0. So this is the matrix of order 3 by 3. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಡಯಾಗನಲ್ ಆರ್ 0 and the elements above the principal diagonal are same as the elements below the principal diagonal but changes in its sign. The elements above the upper part of the principal diagonal are ABC, but the below the principal diagonal they are minus A, minus B, minus C. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಎ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಎ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಎನಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್, ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ half of A plus A dash. So half of A is the matrix 0 A B minus A 0 C minus B minus C 0, and the transpose of this matrix will be 0 A B and minus A 0 C minus B minus C 0. ಇದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್. So adding the corresponding elements, now we are getting half of adding the corresponding elements. So what we are getting, 0 is added to 0, 0. A is added to minus A will be 0. B is added to minus B, that is also 0. And minus A is added to A, 0. And again 0. C minus is 0. Minus B plus B, that is also 0. Minus C plus C, 0, 0. So when every element is multiplied by 0, half, sorry, this is when every element 0 is multiplied by half. Now the matrix will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It is a 0 matrix of order 3 by 3. Of order 3 by 3. Denoted by 0 matrix is denoted by O. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ symmetric part of the matrix is a 0 matrix. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ half of A minus A dash ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. They're asking that half of A minus A dash. Half of A minus A dash, half of A is, again, I have taken 0 AB, the same matrix, minus A, 0 C, minus B, minus C, 0. Minus of A dash is 0 minus A minus B, A, B, 0, minus C, C, 0. So now that is equal to half into, again here, what we are getting? So when you subtract 0 and A minus of minus A, that will be, so this is A minus of minus A is 2A, 2A, and B minus of minus B plus B, that is 2B, 2B, and that is A minus A minus A, it is minus 2A, and it is 0. C minus of minus C, that is plus C, that will be 2C, and this is minus 2B, minus 2C, and this is 0. So now the matrix is multiplied every element here, 2A, 2B, and this is also multiplied by 2, and here 0, 2C, this is also multiplied by 2, we can assume. This is also multiplied by 2. So every element is multiplied by 2. So therefore we can take it outside. So we can write like this. So taking 2 as a common factor, because you know that it is this matrix is a scalar multiplication by 2. So therefore we can write this is 0, A, B, minus A, 0, C, and this is minus B, minus C, 0. So now get cancelled. We are getting 0, A, B, C. See, observe that this is the same as A. So the skew symmetric matrix part is the matrix itself. The skew symmetric part, half of A minus A dash, is the matrix itself. Half of A plus A dash is a 0 matrix, but half of A minus A dash is the matrix itself. So ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಬೇಕು, actually the 0 matrix is the symmetric part and the matrix itself is the skew symmetric part. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು 0 matrix, 0 matrix, any square matrix, 0, 0, 0 matrix, or 0 matrix of order 3 by 3. Actually this 0 matrix is both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್, ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್, important thing, a square matrix which is both symmetric as well as skew symmetric is null matrix or zero matrix. Null matrix, because the zero matrix satisfies or null matrix satisfies the definition of symmetric matrix and skew symmetric matrix. Elements of principal diagonal are zeros, and we can't put the plus or minus for zero. So therefore, it satisfies the properties definition of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. For the sake of the knowledge, though it is not given in the textbook, so I'm just proving how the square matrix, which is both symmetric as well as skew symmetric, is a null matrix. So now let's take what is symmetric matrix. A matrix A is said to be symmetric if A dash is equal to A. That is what, according to the mathematical definition, Aij is equal to Aji for all I and j. Take it as 1. Similarly, a matrix A is said to be skew symmetric if A dash is equal to minus A. That is, Aij is equal to minus Aji for all I and j. This is the definition of skew symmetric matrix. So now this I am going to write. So this implies Aji equals minus Aij. Take it as 2. So now I will combine 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, so Aij is equal to Aji. So Aij from 1 is equal to Aji. This is from 1. So now I am writing Aij is equal to Aji. Aji is minus Aij. So therefore I am writing this minus Aij. So why we are considering this? Because what they have said, a square matrix which is both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So therefore I am taking this both symmetric skew symmetric agbeku antandre these definitions 1 and 2 must be equal. So therefore Aij is equal to Aji. So therefore I am writing this Aij is equal to Aj. Combining these two definitions I am going to write. So this implies the both are same, having the same suffix. This you can write 2Aij is equal to 0. This implies Aij is equal to 0. So what this is, the element in the ith row and jth column is 0. Therefore all the elements of Aij, all the elements of the matrix are 0. So therefore what we can conclude, matrix which is both symmetric, a matrix which is both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, which is both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix is null matrix or zero matrix. We can also show this result alternatively like this. So if A is symmetric, then A dash is equal to A, and A is skew symmetric, then A dash is equal to minus A. So take this as 1, take this as 2. So now consider A dash is equal to minus A from 2. So this implies, so what is A dash? So A dash is A here. So A equals minus A. So that implies, taking to the left hand side, this will become 2A and equal to 0, and that is equal to A equals 0. So that means A equals 0 means A is a 0 matrix. This implies A is 0 matrix. 0 means here it's a null matrix. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ the matrix 3, 5, 1 minus 1 as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. So now consider A. Let A as a matrix as 3, 5, 1 minus 1. Now we have to express this matrix as a sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Let A equals P plus Q, where P is the symmetric part, half of A plus A dash, and Q is half of A minus A dash. So now consider that P equals half of A plus A dash. So half of A is, now write 3, 5, 1 minus 1 plus A dash is 3, 5, 1 minus 1. Adding the corresponding elements, half of, so 3 and added to 3, so that will be 6. 5 plus 1 is 6, and 1 plus 5 is 6. Then minus 1 minus 1 is minus 2. So multiplying all the elements by 1 by 2, so you are getting 3, 3, 3 minus 1. This is the symmetric part of the matrix. Now take Q half of A minus A dash. Now half of A minus A dash is 3, 5, 1 minus 1 minus of 3, 1, 5 minus 1. So now subtracting the corresponding elements 1 by 2. So 3 minus 3 is 0, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 1 minus 5 is minus 4, minus 1 minus of minus 1 is 0. So multiplying 1 by 2, 0, 2, minus 2, 0. So this is the skew symmetric part. Observe that this is the symmetric part. The elements above the principal diagonal are same as the elements below the principal diagonal. Here also the principal diagonal elements are 0. The above and below are same, but they are changing in sign. This is the skew symmetric part. So therefore we can write the matrix A as equals P plus Q, half of P plus Q. So P is 3, 3, 3 minus 1 and Q is 0, 2 minus 2, 0. So we have expressed it as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So for the matrix 3, 5, 1, minus 1. Now consider another problem. If the matrix A as cos alpha minus sin alpha, sin alpha, cos alpha. If A is equal to cos alpha, sin alpha and stuff, then and A plus A dash is equal to I, then find the value of alpha. So now take A plus A dash. A plus A dash is equal to I. So taking A as cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha, plus A dash as cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha is a matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the identity matrix. Now adding the corresponding elements, cos alpha added with cos alpha is 2 cos alpha, minus sin alpha added with sin alpha will become 0, sin alpha minus sin alpha will become 0, so cos alpha will become 2 cos alpha. So that is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. Then so corresponding elements equate ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ we are getting 2 cos alpha is equal to 1 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. This implies cos alpha equals 1 by 2. So ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ cos 1 by 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? You know that cos 60 degree is 1 by 2 or cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is equal to 1 by 2. So this we can say that the least value which satisfies this equation is alpha equals pi by 3. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಬಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ 0 is the additive identity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 0 ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ a belongs to the real number. So a plus 0 is equal to a. So now a plus minus a is 0. So when you add any element a with minus a, we are getting 0 as the answer. That is 0 is the additive identity. So ನಾವು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ a is the additive inverse of minus a and minus a is the additive inverse of a, like this. So minus A is the additive inverse of A, and A is the additive inverse of minus A, vice versa. We are saying like this. Similarly, for multiplication, we know that 1 is the multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative identity. So because for any A belongs to R, when you multiply with 1, you are getting the same element. For all A belongs to R. So now, when you multiply A with the other element, that means what element we have to multiply with A to get the answer as 1? We must multiply 1 by A. So we say that A into 1 by A equals 1, and we say that A is the multiplicative inverse of 1 by A. Multiplicative inverse of 1 by A, or 1 by A is the multiplicative inverse of A. Suppose if you take 2 by 3, and it should be multiplied by 3 by 2 to get the answer as 1. So 3 by 2 is the multiplicative inverse of 2 by 3, and 2 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3 by 2. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟಿವ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್? ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ 1, 2 by 2, 1, 0, 0, or of 3 by 3 square matrix, that is I 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So these are the identity matrix, and they acts as the identity element under matrix multiplication. So for any matrix A, when you multiply with identity matrix, you are getting the same matrix. A must be a square matrix of same order. So now, if A is a square matrix of order M, if there exists another matrix B, A is a square matrix of order M. If there exists another matrix B such that AB equals identity matrix, then we say that A is the inverse of B and B is the inverse of A. Like this. So ಈಗ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ A is the additive inverse of minus A is the additive inverse of A. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು additive multiplicative identity ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ under matrix multiplication. So when you multiply the two matrices, if you are getting I as the identity matrix, that is the identity element under matrix multiplication, then we say that A is the inverse of A and B is the inverse of A. So this should satisfy AB and also BA. Both must match. AB must be equal to BA, that is equal to A. So we define invertible matrix if A is a square matrix of order M. If A is a square matrix of order M, and if there exists another square matrix, important square matrix B of same order, very important, of the same order M, such that AB equals BA equals I. So ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ satisfy ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ when you take the product of AB and BA is the identity matrix, then we say that then B is called the inverse of A. Inverse of A, and denoted by, and it is denoted by A inverse. That is the B is the A inverse. We say that in this case A is said to be invertible. So we can also define a square matrix of order M is said to be invertible if there exists another square matrix B of the same order M such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I. So let's take one example on this. Let A is a matrix 2 3 1 2, and B is a matrix 2 minus 3 minus 1 2. Be two matrices. Now consider AB. Now AB equals, multiplying this two matrices 2 3 1 2 and 2 minus 3 minus 1 2. So multiplying that, we know already how to multiply the two matrices, taking rows for the first matrix, column for the second matrix. So multiplying this 2 into 2 is 4, plus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, and first row and the second row minus 6, 2 into minus 3 minus 6, plus 3 into 2 is 6. Then second row and the first row, 1 multiplied with 2, that is 2, and 2 multiplied with minus 1, and 2 minus 1, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Then 1 into minus 3 is minus 3, and 2 into 2 plus 4. So we are getting 4 minus 3 is 1 0 0 1. Clearly we are getting I. So BA is also, we are getting same thing. BA is equal to, also we are getting, we can verify that as a identity matrix. So thus we conclude AB is equal to BA is equal to I. So we conclude that B is the inverse of A. So in other words, we can write B is equal to A inverse, and also A is the inverse of B. Inverse of B, and we write that is A is equal to inverse of B like this. Here we must note that to define the invertibility of the matrices, the matrices A and B should be square matrices of the same order, and the rectangular matrix does not possess inverse. Andre inverse of a rectangular matrix is not defined, because we have to define the products BA and AB, and they have to be defined and to be equal. And when the matrix A and B are both invertible, then we write AB equals BA equals I. So this implies we know that A is the inverse of B, A is the inverse of B and B is the inverse of A. Inverse of A. So we can symbolically write like this. A is the inverse of B. A is the inverse of B and B is the inverse of A, like this. So both A and B are invertible to each other. So based on this definition, we shall prove the two results associated with inverse of a matrix in the form of theorems. So consider the theorem. So that is uniqueness. This theorem says, or a property, uniqueness of inverse. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. That means inverse of a square matrix, if it exists, is unique. So ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯುನಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಲೆಟ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ of order n or n by n whose inverse exist. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. whose inverse exist. ನಾವು ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಗೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಅಂತ. ಇಫ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ let the matrices B and C be the two inverses of A. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಎರಡು ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಶೋ ದಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ವಿ ಶಲ್ ಶೋ ದಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ B is the inverse of A. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೆದಾಗ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್, ಈಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ B is the inverse of A ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is this? AB equals BA is equal to I. So that implies AB is equal to BA is equal to I. Again, by the condition we have assumed C is the inverse of A. So that implies AC is equal to CA equals identity matrix of order n. Actually, so it is a square matrix of order n ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ this is IN ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, identity matrix of order n. ನಾವು ಈಗ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು B is equal to C. So now consider B. I am taking that B equals. By the identity property, identity law, we can write B as B into I, because when you multiply any square matrix with identity matrix of same order, we are getting the same matrix. This is called identity law. And now we can write this B into I can be written as this is, if we take this is 1 and will be taken as 2, second one. So B can be I can be written as AC, because AC is equal to I. So now this equal to B into AC, again by the associative property of the multiplication of matrices BA into C, and this is equal to, because BA is again I, so therefore I into C, this is from 1. So this is from 1 and this is from associative property, and I into C, that is C, because when you multiply the matrix with the identity matrix, you are getting the same matrix. So we have shown B equals C. So B equals C. So thus we conclude that the inverse of a square matrix A, if it exists, is unique. If it exists, is unique. So now take the next property associated with the inverse of a matrix as a theorem. If A and B, are invertible matrices of same order, then AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. AB whole inverse equals B inverse into A inverse. So we have to prove this. So A and B are invertible matrices of the same order. So then we have to take the inverse of AB is equal to B inverse into A inverse. So ನಾವೀಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ when A inverse is equal to B, then if, because when A is invertible and if A inverse equals B, then we have written, then we conclude that AB is equal to BA is equal to I. So that is what we got the result from the earlier concept, by the definition of a inverse of a matrix. So ಈಗ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, the inverse of AB is equal to B inverse into A inverse ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. That means ಈಗ A inverse of A equals B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Then AB is equal to BA is equal to I. So the inverse of AB equals B inverse into A inverse ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು? So this is taken as one matrix. So this is, let's take this as totally as X and this is taken as Y. The inverse of X is Y andre we have to take that X into Y is equal to Y into X is equal to I. So X is written as, now X is AB here, AB into Y is B inverse into A inverse, and Y is B inverse into A inverse into X is AB whole inverse. This is AB, sorry, this is AB into AB because X is AB. So when the inverse of A equals B, then we have to take that AB equals BA is equal to I. When the inverse of AB equals B inverse into A inverse, then that is, I have taken that AB as X and B inverse into A inverse as y. Therefore, we have to show that xy equals yx is equal to I. So, by replacing x as AB, y as B inverse into A inverse, and y is B inverse into A inverse, x is AB equals I. So, now to show that the inverse of AB equals B inverse into A inverse, we have to show this condition. So therefore, for conveniency, I am taking this. Let B inverse into A inverse is equal to C. ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಬಿ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಎ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಶೋ ದಟ್ ಈಗ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ we have to show that C is equal to AB whole inverse. That means we have to show that C is the inverse of AB. So that is C is the inverse of AB ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನು ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕೀಗ as per the result and by the definition, then AB into C is equal to C into AB is equal to I ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು. So C is the inverse of AB ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, so compare this result, inverse of A equals B ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ AB is equal to BA equals I ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ C is the inverse of AB ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ AB into C equals C into AB equals I. So now consider first result. I am taking that. Consider AB into C, LHS. I am taking that. So AB into C is written as B inverse into A inverse. So that is equal to, by the associative property, this you can write A into B into B inverse into A inverse. I am just grouping B into B inverse because B into B inverse is taken as I. So this is because, again by the concept, so AB equals, when both A and B are invertible matrices, AB equals BA is equal to I. If A and B are invertible, then AB equals BA equals I. So ನಾವು ಈಗ ಹೀಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ A is B ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ B equals A ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. So using this notation, don't think that the inverse of A to the power of -1 ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು. This is to be read as inverse of A and B inverse of B. Now here, so AB equals BA equals I will take this result. Okay, so AB equals BA equals I. So AB equals I can be written as A into B is replaced by, because B is A inverse, so A inverse is equal to I. So this is the result that what we are applying in proving this theorem. Or BA is equal to I. So what is A here? A is B inverse. So therefore we can write B into B inverse. A is replaced by B inverse is equal to I. So we conclude this using this idea. We will write this A into B inverse is I into A inverse. So A into I will be A into A inverse. So A into A inverse that is, we know that is equal to I. So that is LHS. AB into C, that we proved I. Next, we have to prove this result. C into AB equals I. First result, first term part is over, and the second part we have to take C into AB is equal to C is that we taken that B inverse into A inverse. So B inverse into A inverse into AB. So again by the associative property, B inverse into A inverse into A into B by grouping again. So A inverse into A is I. So B inverse into A inverse is I into B. So that is equal to B inverse into IB, again by the identity law is B. So B inverse into B is I. So that we conclude. So we have shown that AB into C, AB into C, AB into C is equal to I, and C into AB is equal to I. What is C here? That AB into B inverse into A inverse is equal to I, and also B inverse into A inverse into AB is equal to I. So that implies the inverse of thus the inverse of AB is equal to B inverse into A inverse. So this result can be extended to finite number of matrices. For example, suppose if an extension A1, A2, A3, etc. all are square matrices of same order, AK to the power of inverse. This you can write AK inverse into AK minus 1, previous one inverse, etc. A2 inverse into A1 inverse. So now we got to know what is invertible matrices and the properties associated with the inverse of a matrix as theorems. Now in the next video, let's take the finding the inverse of a square matrix using elementary operations and related problems and the properties of some elementary row operations in the next video. Thank you.